block number 2 of the Fat Cat Patterns Be Happy block of the month. I'm pre-fusing the patches. Wonder why I didn't take the paper off of that. Pre-fusing the patches. It needed to be tapped down more so that I can easily place them on my blocks. So this is just a little bit of pre-assembly that we're doing here. And each block comes with a guideline. Oh my goodness, I can't talk this morning. Guideline suggestion on how to layer your blocks. You do whatever works for you. This is just what I've developed for myself over the years. I find it easier to place the patches on the applique block itself if I do a little bit of work ahead of time. And using the Teflon sheet really makes it simple. So to keep these patches from moving around while I'm layering on them, I'm just going to tap them onto the sheet. Now they're not going to move until I peel them up. And I can place the next part of the flower petal and know that it's not going to blow off onto my floor with a ceiling fan or anything rude like that. Iron them down again. Then I'm going to let them cool for just a second, and then I'll make the actual flowers. I need one flower with 4 petals, one flower with three petals. Now your bees you've already got made and sitting off in your box. If your box, your envelope, wherever you are storing your pieces. These are nice big patches too. These are going to be easy to applique. I like big blocks. Hopefully I'm staying in the camera view. I better move up here. I really wanted to use the laptop so that I could watch what I was doing at the same time. But boy, did the microphone pick up that fan. That was very obnoxious. All right. Let these cool for a moment. I'll place them with their sheet. And I'll pull my bees out of the bee box. And then I'll be ready to iron this to the fabric. I also like that I can get an entire quilt prepped this way. I know you're doing it month by month, but I'm able to do everything all at once and put these in my box, and there's block number 2. All right, into the bee box. I want one going left and one with double wings. There's left Here's double wings. These are the patches that I haven't trimmed yet. And this one is one that I showed you how you could take your paper off at the end and not use a pressing sheet. Get a pressing sheet. You'll love it. It's worth it. If you're going to take the time to iron your patches, take the time to pre-assemble them. Okay. We want the one with 4 petals to go here. The one with 3 petals to go about here. Let's see how I like this. Okay. That be, I want this one more this way, like that. This one just barely. Over the bee butt. The other bee is flying away. Let's adjust this some more. Bring that down here. Turn your butt that way a little bit. Down here. I want you to have room to fly away. Your wings are kind of in the way. There we go. There. Down here, I'm going to have to adjust that more. Because I want my... Alright, let's see. What am I doing wrong here? Let's try that. This to go more like that, and then the bee right there, because I want my leaves to cascade out. So I want this to come down a little bit. Over a little bit. Where did I put the other flower? That's better. That gives that bee room to scoot. I think I can move flower over just a little bit to more center my block. I'm sorry if you hear the dogs barking. It's pretty, and I thought Danny could spend some time outside and not be up my butt when I'm trying to do this. And because the weather just turned cool, and don't want to get sticky on my iron. The weather just turned cool here in Texas, so the squirrels are going crazy. Another reason to have Dan outside so he can be barking out there and not in here. There we go.